I got tracking information that the wiring harness for the Mustang is coming in, but today I'm going to tear down the front end of the car so that we can get, some of that chassis work we mentioned earlier taken care of. So here we go. So because I don't have the traditional separate turn signal, the wiring, so here's the turns. So obviously this is the headlight plug, nothing special. Even got my plug right there, but these are the turn signal wires. And they go to the turn signal that's built in right here onto the light. So it looks like we got blue to yellow, brown to red. Actually, let me see if I can balance that right there. And I'm going to go write that down. So I'm going to start documenting the wiring and how things are plugged up. And this is the first of many. So I've got the headlights off, the grille off. The next thing is to install the tow strap into the front lower valance. All right, before I take off the front bumper, I'd like to install the little tow strap for the front end. Now, I was looking at where I could possibly go, and I think I'm gonna go passenger side, right? And there's the frame rail. You'll just see the, ooh. So right here, this is against the frame rail, so I'll pop that strap out just like that, and then I can use the bolt holes that are already existing. See if you can see it. Bolt hole that's already existing in the frame rail. So that'll make this easier. I just got to make the cut into the fiberglass bumper though. Yeah, so got it coming right on through that front bumper, and we've got it secured right there to the frame rail. Nice good size bolt and a nice firm spot. So now if something really bad happens, we can at least be towed off the track. All right, next thing I'm going to remove is the pedal assembly, because we're not going to need that anymore. We can go ahead and disconnect it. So basically, I will probably, I'm probably just going to loosen these 4 bolts, and then we're going to go under the dash, remove the tubing lines that, move fluid from master cylinders to all the brakes and the clutch. Then undo the wiring and drop it from its little nesty little home under the dash. So there goes the brake lights. For the super duper fun stuff, taking off the dash to remove the pedal assembly. Twist down to the side, then let's see. Oh, look at that. The best part is the gauge cluster. The gauge cluster with all the wires and stuff, they're already all pre-labeled. Whew. Got the bracket off, and we got the pedal assembly off. Whew. I might scavenge some things from this thing. So something I'm definitely going to do is I'm going to break down all the fasteners that I use. Here's the bracketry I use to mount the pedal assembly, and now for the pedal assembly itself, I'm going to keep the my brake pedal, or brake sensor, and then I'm going to take off this bracket, which is where it mounted to. Probably might repaint it, but and then we're going to take off each individual master cylinder so that we can save it for later, just in case we might need it or something. We're definitely going to be reusing the clutch though, because this master cylinder is golden. Alright, like I mentioned before, we've already gotten to taking down the electrical harness. This is for the Ford control pack, but for the most part this is all good. Now I've taken out all of the wiring that I had tucked around here in front of the radiator, and all the wiring over here, and as you can see, it's kind of spilling over the car right here. Basically these are coolant temp and oil pressure, and then this is basically horns, lights, turn signals, things of that nature. This small harness right here is what I wasn't going to be using, which is like for the coils and stuff. And yeah, so far we've got pretty much half the harness unplugged, or at least the front half, right? Because now what we still have to do is get to the I know the fuel wiring is on the driver's side, and then I know on the passenger side I have the tail section of the harness that I need to unplug. I need to take down basically the power harness, I call it, but where it's got the power cable and to the maxi fuse and stuff like that. I need to take that down now. That'll be the next part before we start thinking about pulling apart interior panels to get to the speaker wiring, radio, gauge cluster, stuff like that. So just taking out the easy stuff. So the goal now is to separate the Ford control pack from the chassis harness. So we got to go through, we got to locate the starter, disconnect the clutch neutral safety switch, and a few other items. Need to remove the wiring from the gauge cluster too, that's also hooked up to the Ford control pack. Alright, gauge cluster is out. several intermediate harnesses are removed, and we're closer to getting the Ford Performance and the chassis harness divorced, as you will. It being Monday night on Labor Day, got the transmission sitting at the back door with the new synchros and the TIC Performance shift forks. As we kind of go throughout the week, we get some more free time. Absolutely, we'll keep on trucking along with the harness. I think when I jump back on this, the very next thing to do is going to first document and then separate the steering column, which is a GM style steering column wiring, but I need to remove the wiring from the steering column, and then I think the radio would be next, and if the radio's next, then we move to the harness that runs to the back of the car. So got some work ahead.